Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing good. I'm doing flipping fantastic today. I mean, did you just see the UEFA Champions League draw? What a draw! I mean, when have we had this much luck? Ever? You know, it only took legends like Didier Drogba and Florent Malouda to show up to the draw itself, do the draw, for us to get some luck. Have to say, Chelsea legends, they never fail to deliver. They never fail to deliver. You know, when they're called upon, they give us what we need. That is just the way it's always been. And Didier Drogba, Florent Malouda done an absolute brilliant job at the draw today. I mean, what a draw. What a draw. Before we get into that, and then a bit later, I am going to talk about Frank Lampard. As I promised you yesterday, we're going to congratulate Didier Drogba for winning the UEFA President's Awards 2020. Fully deserved. It's Didier. We know him better than anyone on this planet. I think that's safe to say. Maybe except for his family. And, you know, his people back in Ivory Coast. Maybe they're the only ones that know him just like we do, if not a bit better. But apart from them, you know, it's Didier. It's Didier. It's our Didier. And, yeah, what an iconic career. I just want to take a portion of this video to really mention he's an absolute legend. What he's done on and off the pitch has been absolutely iconic. What he's done for, you know, all of his clubs, Marseille, Chelsea, Galatasaray, his impact over, funnily enough, at Montreal, Impact, and his work in North America, as well as what he's done for Ivory Coast as a country on and off the pitch there as well. He not only helped the national team revitalize itself, but off the pitch he brought an end to a civil war. I mean, what footballer can say that? I stopped a war. No one. No one, unless there's someone I don't know about. But he done that. He contributed to building schools, to building hospitals, to building centres, to just helping families across our Ivory Coast and being an inspiration, not just for the people close to him, but for Africa as a continent. And based on that, the entire world. Didier Drogba is a legend. And for us, he done absolute magical things, showing up in every single final we played in, winning us the UEFA Champions League, winning us all those multiple titles and trophies and those big moments. And Didier, legend, congratulations, you deserve it. You are the king forever. But let's move into the draw. What a draw! What a draw! I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I didn't expect this. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared we'd end up in the group of death. I was scared we'd end up with Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Marseille. You know, that was the group of death. Some would debate between Inter Milan and Atalanta, but Inter Milan, Antonio Conte, you know, I didn't want it. I just didn't want it. So this has been a great draw. We drew this. Sevilla of Spain, Europa League winners. They are new. We've never faced them in European competition before. Actually, we've never faced any of these sides in European competition before, so it's going to get interesting. So we head over to Spain because we get Sevilla. We've got Krasnodar. Yeah, all I know, the bad thing about this is we got to fly to Russia. But hey, if we're flying to Russia to play against Krasnodar, fantastic. No disrespect to Krasnodar, they are in the Champions League for a reason. No really, you know, rubbish teams ever qualify for the UEFA Champions League. It's the Champions League. You have to have a set standard to qualify to the Champions League, right? But when you compare Krasnodar and Chelsea, I mean, yeah, you know, realistically, Krasnodar are going to finish bottom in this group. The other team is, I called it on Twitter right before we got it. I was saying, I pray we get Rennes. I pray we get Rennes. Give us Rennes. Mendy can be the captain. And what happens? We get Rennes. There they are. We get Rennes. Here's the thing, yeah? Edouard Mendy, if I'm Frank Lampard, I'm telling Edouard Mendy, look, you tell us everything about their team, inside and out, upstairs and downstairs, left, right and centre, and I'll give you the armband for the tie. Sorted. I honestly would. I really would. Tell us every single little detail about Rennes, and you are getting the armband for that day. Because he is going to have a reunion with his old teammates. Well, not so old teammates. He's just left Rennes, and now he's got to go back, except this time he's playing in Chelsea blue. I am looking forward to this. Realistically, we should be winning this group. Realistically, if we're talking in terms of levels and, what our team possesses compared to everyone else, we should be winning this group. Sevilla are a hard side. Do not get it twisted. It won't be an easy game against Sevilla. However, when you just compare their form in Europa League compared to their form when they play Champions League, it's like two different Sevillas. I am fully expecting us to get the upper hand, at least at the Bridge against Sevilla, and then maybe away it's going to be difficult, but we should get through. If we don't get through, like going through means finishing first or second. If we don't get through, there's a problem. There's a big, big problem. Big, right? And it's pretty much 99.99% impossible to happen. Honestly, if we're talking, logically, that is just not going to happen. So it's a good group. I'm very happy. As for elsewhere, Man United are in the mud. Didier Drogba and Malouda, again, they just deliver where they have to. Not only did they give us a good group, they made it hard for everyone else, except Manchester City, because Man City always get good groups. But Man United got PSG, Leipzig, and Istanbul Başakşehir. So, that's United heading into the Europa League, I reckon. Good luck. Liverpool could have been, harder, but could have been a lot easier, if we're being completely honest. They got Ajax, Atalanta, and Midtjylland. So Ajax will be difficult. Atalanta are no mugs. It's not going to be easy for Liverpool. They've got to stay consistent. Man City are Man City, aren't they? They get Porto, Olympiacos, and Marseille. Ooh, we're going to top the group with 15 points. Or no, 18 points. 6 games. What am I saying? My maths is off. But anyway, there we are. Chelsea get a good group. I'm very happy. Now, let's get into what I was going to discuss. As I said yesterday, I do in this video, was Frank Lampard. And just a couple of things in terms of what he's doing at Chelsea, his pros and some of his cons. Because we have to be honest. And as I said yesterday, criticism helps others get better. And helps ourselves get better. I think it's important that we self-criticize as well and self-evaluate. Lampard is no mug, and he's not an idiot. He's a smart guy, and he knows that it's going to take work, and it's going to take big efforts and learning to get better and to try and take Chelsea to the next level. He knows he's a novice. He knows he's just walked into management. It's not going to be a piece of cake. But when we look at what he's done last year, and last year he had all the excuses. This year, there's no excuses. We have to be honest and we have to be real. There's no excuses. Is there going to be pressure on his job? Yes. Yes, because don't forget, just because he is a club legend, just because he is Frank Lampard, Roman Abramovich is still Roman Abramovich. At the end of the day, we've had managers that we thought there would be no chance of getting sacked. And they got sacked. It's Frank Lampard and what he's done for the club will be taken in consideration, but results are results. If results aren't coming in, no one's safe. No one is safe. So Frank Lampard, I'm sure knows that. However, there needs to be time given. Frank Lampard is in the process of building a team with new signings that haven't even all played together once yet. There needs to be that element of it. However, we do have a squad that I feel should be good enough to be beating teams like West Brom, or not making individual mistakes like we did against West Brom, or some of the other games where we just looked a bit lackluster, or the second half against Tottenham. We shouldn't be playing like that. Frank Lampard has a portion of that responsibility that's on his shoulders, and he needs to be playing for that. I've got mainly a couple of things that I want to discuss about Frank Lampard and what he needs to do to improve. The first thing is to know your 11. Know your 11. And I understand the fact that we've had injuries and there still are players that are going to be coming in, like Ziyech and Pulisic. However, he needs to know his first 11. And by first 11, I mean there needs to be some positions on the pitch that have to remain the same. It's consistent. The centre-back pairing, for example. The goalkeeper. Now we've got Mendy, and I'm expecting Mendy to be playing nearly every game. That's just the reality. I don't care. If he's the best one for the job, he's the best one for the job. When we had Petr Cech, when was anyone else ever playing? Never. Except for maybe a League Cup game or something, and we used to play, you know, Cudicini or Hilario, or, you know, and it was really rare. But Petr Cech was, you know, in and out, our goalkeeper. We need that. Our centre-back pairings, throughout all our centre-back pairings, it's always been the same. Terry Carvalho, Terry Alex. I mean, Terry's in pretty much all of them. Terry Cahill, you know, it's always the same. It doesn't change. We've had so many different pairings. There's just no consistency. Even if there's games that we lose, you need to stick. You can't keep swapping and changing based on the result. If not, you're never going to find your 11. You're just never going to find your 11. You're never going to find your chemistry. You're never going to find your consistency. And the team are not going to develop. It's just impossible. So he needs to stick with an 11. Needs to find his perfect team. And make sure that is the team that's being picked on a regular. And then in some positions, based on schedule, you start rotating. And you start bringing in these young players that have had all the experience of last year and are going to be involved this season. Someone like Callum Hudson-Odoi or Mason Mount or Tammy Abraham. These players need to be involved, but they need to be involved as, you know, just rotation and being able to get the best out of the entire squad. So that's one. The other thing he needs to improve on is finding a way to play. This is my biggest criticism of him because I've seen some comments regarding Frank Lampard, and this one has stuck with me. It's true when you try to understand what system or what way is Frank Lampard trying to play. And it is difficult to figure out because more times than not we find ourselves passing sideways and then going backwards. It's really hard. I've noticed when trying to analyse Chelsea that we do tend to go diagonal a lot. That is something that I think Frank Lampard has differed from Maurizio Sarri, is where we try to get a runner off the wing and send a diagonal ball over the top. That is something that I'm seeing regularly. Apart from that, as a key feature of Frank Lampard's football, it's hard. It's hard to say what we're trying to do. So he needs to find his philosophy. He needs to find his way. And I'm hoping he's going to find that when players like Pulisic and Ziyech come back and we have everyone at our disposal. Them, Havertz, Werner, Chilwell, Silva, Mendy, all the new guys in the team. And hopefully we can run with something. It's going to take work on the training ground, which to be fair, we haven't had because there's been no preseason. But that's not just us, that's everybody. So that's not really an excuse. However, we need to give that bit of time. We need to get that bit of time. If it's starting to head to Christmas and we still haven't figured it out, then yeah, there's an element of worry that starts to kick in. But I have full faith. Frank Lampard's not stupid. The coaching staff are not stupid. The players are not stupid. We'll wait and see what happens, but I'm looking forward to it. And aside from that, Frank Lampard has been the reason why these players have come in. They've all mentioned, I've come because of Frank Lampard. I've come from Frank Lampard. You know, everyone is bigging up Frank. You can see that a lot of these players are happy to be playing under him. I hope the Marcos Alonso situation hasn't changed that, because it always takes one incident to change to get the dressing room going in a whirlwind and to get it, you know, turning toxic. We don't want that. So fingers crossed, everything is all good and lovely jubbly in the camp. But yeah, it's going to take time. Let's give it a bit. Let's wait until everyone's fit. And then I think we can really start judging Frank Lampard on what he's bringing to the side. Because right now it's hard to say. It's only been 3 games. Let's give it a bit. Anyway, that's been your video. Great draw. Fantastic. That's been my view on Frank Lampard. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree with our draw, it being easy? Do you agree that Didier Drogba and Malouda have given us an absolute gem of a draw? Let me know. Do you agree with my analysis over Frank Lampard? Let me know. I know some of you are worried about favouritism as well. The reason why I'm not pointing that out just yet. And even though there's a possibility, especially with Mason Mount, and I think he only does it with Mason because he sees himself in him. The way that Frank Lampard was brought up and given a chance, I think he sees Mason as the younger version of what he used to be. And I think there's an element of that. But I'm not going to talk about that too much because I do believe Mason Mount won't be in the side as much when everyone is fit. When we have Pulisic and Ziyech and Havertz playing in the number 10 and we've got defensive midfielders behind, there's no space for Mason. So I think he'll be used as a rotational player, much like Tammy, much like Callum, much like Ruben if he's still around. Probably difficult for Ruben to fit in. Much like Reece. Well, Reece James will be a lot more regular. Tomori, someone that will be rotational. So, yeah, let's give it time. Anyway, let me know if you agree with all of that analysis. I'd love to hear it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the notification button to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button. Let's try and get 7,000 likes. Thank you all so much. I am going to be relaunching my Twitch very shortly. So be sure to head over to my Twitch and follow. Subscribe if you can. You know, it costs on Twitch, not like here where it's free. So if you do, then I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much. But give me a follow, and very soon you'll be getting notifications of me starting a stream on Twitch. There'll be FIFA, there'll be chatting, there'll be all sorts. So yeah, it will be FIFA 21, just to let you know. So looking forward to that one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Look after yourselves. Have a good one. Take care and peace.